Hello everybody, my name is Eaton like a boss, and today we are playing Star Trek. Um, I have to speak over the gameplay, so I'm actually watching the gameplay now and just talking because the audio that I recorded with the game is absolutely diabolical. So I don't want to upload that because I kept breathing really heavy into the mic and I just no way am I uploading that rubbish. So I'm sorry that I have to watch it and talk, but it's still going to have the same effect. You know, it's easier for me that way as well, a bit. So I can actually talk about the gameplay a lot better. So that's what we're going to do now. So I think I have my hand that pistol is the phaser, which I should bring up the menu in a minute. The primary weapon is like a little bit of a sniper rifle that's just really powerful. But the phaser is like single fire at the beginning. It only shoots one bullet per thing, but now I made it fully automatic and like a machine gun. So that's what you'll see in a minute when I actually fire it at the enemies. Showing the weapons, I got the primary, the phaser, normal grenades, and just stun grenades. This game is two-player cooperative, that's why I've got the Spock with me. Because, of course, this is Star Trek, taking all the enemies out, and you got skill trees, which I just pulled up then. That's all those little skills you get and all that, which it upgrades your scanner. Support is like health and all that. Combat, just like your gun, like just you in combat general, like you can pick out the weak points on the enemy, which is quite cool. Recon, you've got just like stealth stuff. Like early, I think later in the video, I purchased an upgrade in Recon, which is a noise distractor, which basically I can get out my little walkie-talkie type thing which can allow me to put a noise somewhere, and that just kind of that kind of just distracts the enemies. And you see, I'm doing in energy. Is that you have to choose when you pick two upgrades in that slot? You have to choose one. You can only have one, not the other, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, you can see it's fully automatic. But I think I take off the rapid increase because it just shreds the energy on it, and it just does not work at all. So we're about to get into the combat, I think, now. There it is. There's a it's just a basic third-person shooter. Works a little bit like not Call of Duty. What I'm gonna say works a little bit like let's say Gears of War 3 or something like that. But it's a bit more fluent. It's quite unique third-person combat. It's really fluent. It's not like really stuck or blotchy. It's really fluent gameplay. It's really cool. Spock just gave me a shield boost that increased my shield. Because it's a bit like Halo, like you get the shield first, and then it starts taking away your health. But you get more health in Halo. So you can use your little hacker device to hack down the boxes, and enemy just spawned right in front of me, so I had to shoot him. You can hack the boxes and all that. That's a turret, that thing there. I throw a stun, so it stuns the turret so I can make a run for it. You can jump as well, which is quite weird for a third-person shooter, but it works pretty well. This is just some of the hacking, which you have to go over to the device and do this, which you have to match the things so you can see the different signals and you have to match them all up using the both analog stick. It's quite awkward to work out at the beginning, but you do it really fluent when you do it a lot. And to get XP in the game, you have to hack things or scan things because when you go into the game it doesn't tell you nothing about it until you scan things. Scanning things tells you about them. So you scan the enemies, it tells you about the enemy. You scan the guns on the floor, it tells you about the gun. So it's a pretty interesting way of looking at that. I just really stepped over a landmine, didn't even notice the landmine there. Stepped right over it. I couldn't believe I didn't see it, it just exploded in my face. And as you can see there, I'm just using the hacker device to see where the line is for the door. You can see that blue line so I can know where to hack. It's pretty awesome. It does have a bit of puzzle in it, this game. It's not just point and shooting. But it is really based on cooperative because you really do need a partner. You really do need someone to play with. If you got this game and if someone's on your friends list who's got it, I really do recommend playing it with them. Not just don't play it on your own. It's gonna be a lot more better experience because because if you play on your own, you got to try and tell Spot what to do. And sometimes he just doesn't listen and he's just, ugh, it's just horrible. So it's just a lot better having someone with you, so you know what's going on. You'll see I'll be in this hacker device a lot because it's just so handy. It just tells you where to go with the little circle there. It's just a lot more easier to use just to have a look around. Bit like Resident Evil there, you have to wait for people to get into the elevator so you go together. And that little achievement thing there was because I got through the area without using lethal fire on civilians. Because there are like infected civilians where you need to stun them instead of shooting them. And Spock gets pretty angry if you shoot them. He doesn't like that, he gets pretty mad. Even though he goes around spraying helpless enemies anyway. Helpless little people, he just sprays everyone, so it's useless. He's just not helpful at all. And it's good I'm talking over this actually, because there was a tidbit of, a little bit of a phone call going on in this as well. I think I actually stand still in a minute because I got a phone call. But that was the sniper I just used just then. As the first enemy you've seen, it just obliterated him. But it doesn't really work on the heavies very much, as you've seen. It's gonna need to charge it up and then shoot it, which is quite interesting. Oh, that's the commander. You have to come and find him to get some assistance, but he's just an ass and just completely screwed over that person there, and just taken off. He's pretty assy, pretty dickish. If you ask me, quite a dick move. But yeah, the combat's not really low, but at the beginning there is not a lot of combat. But yeah, again, it's just at the beginning, like the first half an hour to an hour, depends how quick you rush through games or not. There's plenty to look at, plenty to scan, plenty to look at in this game. You really do need to look around, there's plenty to do. And it's kind of that game where you can if you want to, but you don't really need to. Where you can actually think about what you're going to do before you go into the game. Like go into the arena with all the enemies, like you're going to activate the turret so it'll shoot enemies, or are you going to use that landmine? You can really think about what's going on. You can use the environment to kill them. So instead of just running in and gunning, you really can just look around first before you run in. Which I actually don't look around. I want to try and get into the habit of doing it. But I just keep completely forgetting and just go around murdering everyone anyway. Because literally, you are just like a superpower and you just really can't be taken out very easily. Even at the beginning, I did die a lot, but now I don't really die very often. Kinda got a button bash to get that enemy off me because Spock was being useless, like normal, not helping me. And you've seen this then, you don't need to zoom in to shoot, like most third-person shooters. You can just shoot. You can look right then. You can actually turn around and run backwards and still shoot forward at the enemy. If you're running away, you can still shoot behind you, which is just awesome. And that, again, just obliterates them completely. Just like Gears of War as well, every type of alien weapon, there's always a human weapon to go along with it. So there's a human machine gun, alien machine gun, all that type of stuff. I think I got the alien rifle kind of thing, not an assault rifle, it's just kind of like a rifle. As you can see, Spot primary is a 3-round burst, a human rifle, which every primary has a secondary, and his secondary on that gun is bringing a shield around him so he can be really protected with that. Which I think the secondary attack with the sniper I've got is a really powerful shot. Throw a stun grenade out there. Yeah, nice little stun. That's like an energy cell on the floor. You have to use them to unlock doors, but I couldn't really find the door to unlock it. That door up there, there's no slot for the energy cell to go into, so I just ended up dropping it. Because the enemies are shooting me. Oh, he's throwing a grenade at me. I can run for it. Look at that. I do enjoy this game, the combat's really cool. I'm kind of losing things to what to talk about right now. So if there's moments where I'm quiet, that's because I have nothing to talk about. I mean, I'll talk about things when they appear. So if I talk about things and they're not appearing, then I'll just lose what to talk about, so As I commentate what's going on. Miss. Whee! There you go, shot him. The reloading is pretty strange as well, because you open up the bottle with the gun, and it just lets out this black smoke stuff. It's pretty weird how you reload the gun. That's the spaceship I'm on at the moment. You're not just in one area, you go to several areas.
Tamar, weapon status.
Main weapon systems are now offline. Situation is critical.
Sorry if there was a random jump cut there a little bit into it. Only a couple of seconds though, because my doorbell rang. I'm sorry about that.
Shuttles a fighting chance. Got anything
Right.
we can use?
This station was not designed to withstand this type of attack.
Tamar, is it possible
Going on, right. Just climbing on top of a barrier there. So yeah, it has quite a climbable environment. You can kind of get on top of things. It's pretty cool. But again, you're quite a big target, so I don't really recommend going on top of things like that. Unless you're really badass and just want to shoot everything. Because in this game you can implement stealth, which I'll talk about more later, because I think I try to, or they say something about it, but I don't know. You can use a lot of stealth in the game. And for a third-person shooter, the camera angles are pretty cool. They're pretty fluent, and it's just a very fluent game. It's not really like rigid and stuck. Pretty cool. I don't know what else to talk about now. That chapter ended. On to the next. Can't really talk much on the loading screen apart from there's a loading screen. So there you go. Thank you.
We are
Oh,
outside the power station.
What now?
I think I pick up that weapon. Yeah, I do.
Sensitive areas
I wanted to show off some primaries, so 3-round burst, as you can tell. I think I'll show off the shield ability with it in a minute. That's the human thing what Spock's got that I was on about earlier. Oh, this is where the phone call came in. Give it a second. Sorry about this. Phone call. There we go. Sorry about that. I think I'm still in the phone call actually. Am I still in the phone call? I must be. Not doing anything. Sorry about this. This is so unprofessional. Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. There, we're moving. Right. Sorry about that. Completely unexcusable. But life, you know. You just gotta get on with it. Just like the doorbell incident, you know. You just gotta get on with it. Ah, it's a new type of enemy as well. Throws that little orb that summons everybody and all the enemies.
It appears they do not.
Here we go, just wait for it.
This should give us a tactical advantage.
Couldn't agree more. Let's keep
My favourite bit of this gameplay. It basically what happened there, which I think is a bit silly, is that they just talked about, I don't know if you hear it, but they're just talking about being stealthy because we have the tactical advantage that we're going to be stealthy. And basically Spock just killed me and I just shouted, my character shouted out randomly, thanks for the health boost, thanks for the shield boost, Spock. Really loud, and it didn't actually trigger any of the enemies, which I was a bit weird about. I thought that, you know, if I shouted it would have triggered some of the enemies, or at least maybe he wouldn't have shouted. That's the shield ability. Maybe he just didn't know, maybe not have shouted. Just be on the, you know, just be on the realistic side. Maybe if he whispered it, because we're in a stealth environment. But yeah, again, you know, I'm not going to be too picky with it.
Let's see what we've got here.
I think I should switch out for the alien machine gun now. I think this is 3-round burst as well, but I'm not really sure. I think it's either a single round burst or 3-round burst. One or the other. There we go. Research that person there, the Goran Overseer. Oh, another door. There's so many hacking going on. I mean, this is like, there's so much hacking on in this level. I don't know why. Like some of the other levels didn't used to be this like, this much hacking. But there are on this. A bit weird, really. And if you think about this buying this game and you're a bit worried about that hacking the door a bit, I wouldn't worry about it. It's pretty simple. It's really easy to get hang of. Even if it doesn't tell you how to do it when you start, it's really basic, really simple stuff. You can really easily do that. And probably if you've got this game and you're on my friends list, which probably is any people watching this right now, I'll probably end up going through it together or something. I don't know. Maybe we can go through it together, eh? If I still have the game by then, because I'm renting it from LoveFilm at the moment. This is where I'm just trying to think of what to buy. I think I brought the wrong one. Like, I thought that the sound thing would actually bring a decoy, a human decoy, but it doesn't. I think that down thing actually brings the decoy with me, but I didn't really pick it. I don't know why. I tried and test it out then, I was disappointed, because I only got that one enemy. And I don't know what happened there, but the enemy shot me and I seem to have got stunned. I don't know what happened. Like, that shouldn't have stunned me, but I don't know why it did. That's a secondary fire. I don't know what it does. I think it's more of a stun. I think that's what the enemy did to me. Kind of stunned me a bit. Oh, this is a new hacking thing. You need to do it with your teammate. Basically, what you need to do is you need that little crosshair into the circle and keep it there for as long as you can. It's really it's not difficult, but it definitely is weird to keep how long you need to keep it there, and it does get a bit strange, but it's pretty easy to keep it there.
I've marked it on your tricorders.
Thing else I talked about now. This is I don't like doing this. I hate talking about because any other audio thing I was talking all the time, but now I just can't think of what to say. I think this is where I try and oh no, this is where I think there's optional ways to go, but it's actually just a secret area where I'm actually going now. It's just a secret little area with an audio login. I think that's where I'm heading. Go and find the audio log. There we go. Just found it. And just getting that. There we go. A bit of an audio log there. Where that person's actually taking the mick out of Captain Kirk, saying he's a hero and shouldn't be. It's pretty weird. Pretty backstabby, if you ask me. Yeah, boy. Call me a boy. How dare he? Oh, excuse me. Oh dear, that cups. See, this is where you can really play a tactical, like where you can really play tactically. Right now, when you see the enemies, they're like some of them are orange, red, and green. Green means that they can't see you, don't know you're there, they're completely oblivious and don't know anything. If they are orange, it means they can hear you, but they can't see you, and they'll look for you. Then, what is it called? Red means that they can hear you and see you, well, mainly see you, and will shoot you. So that's what the colours mean. So I haven't been close to one undetected and actually tried to stun it. I think you do get a taser type thing, which is the non-lethal, but I just shoot them. I mean, there I could have had a look, but you know, who cares? Just shoot. This is where I got to wait for Kirk. No, not Kirk. Where I got to wait for Spock. You know, I don't know what made me choose Kirk over Spock. I think it was just that, you know. One, you have to play as one or the other, but I don't know. I like playing as Kirk. Kirk's cool. This is where it just tries to come up with a plan, but yeah, that's kind of it for gameplay. I kind of stopped doing gameplay and start talking about other things, so maybe I'll cut this out. But we'll see. I'll catch you all next time. So like, favorite, enjoy, subscribe if you like, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.